So welcome everyone. I'm very happy to tell you today my journey at Dance Mandala. I finished my Dance Mandala facilitator training and it was such a beautiful and deep journey. So today I'd really like to tell you a bit what Dance Mandala is to me and the impact it has to me on this way. There's so many inspiring things that our teacher 𝒔𝓃𝓊𝒶𝓇𝓎 said during the training, but there's one sentence in particular that kind of stick to me and that I'd like to share with you today. It says, as Dance Mandala facilitator trainer, we are creating healing space. When she first said that, I was like, yeah, I know that. Healing space, we can do that, we create healing space, but to really understand the depth of it was another thing. So I kind of sat with that for a little while, understanding and seeing what does it mean. Healing can mean healing from a physical illness or psychological disease, anything. But I was just wondering, what does heal really mean? So I asked the internet and the vocabulary book to figure out, is there any definition that I think that I connect to? And what I found is this: healing to make whole again. And that really touched me because I can resonate with that a lot. Making whole to me means getting into the flow again, connecting with myself. And that's really what Dance Mandala is to me about. And that's what I really like to share with the people out there when I'm going to facilitate Dance Mandala with other people. Because there's so many out there who might don't know how it feels like to be whole and connected with yourself. People like me, meet people maybe like you as well, that are busy going their careers. What I'm talking about here is not about the rest of the world. What I'm talking about is really about my own path as well. Before I came here, I was working a lot, having 2-3 different jobs at the same time, 2 educations, having my plan. I know I need to earn money, I need to have a career. So much in my head. And it was very hard. It's very hard, and many people out there probably feel very similar. Running after time all the time, short in time. So many stimulations from the outside. Mobile phones, computer, WhatsApp, Facebook. So much to think about constantly. And it gives a different picture of really what's happiness and where can I find happiness really. And you might realize and one day that what you thought that will find happiness is not where you can really find it. So many people end up in a space. So this place is very, very gray, and there is no much color, and there's so many people out there. I know myself going through this journey that is quite a dark valley, but many of my friends seeing counselors nowadays. I saw a counselor, my friends see counselors, so the demand of people looking for help and seeking help is really, really, really big. What happens when you're really in your head and going through all this period? What you do is really much feeling alone and feeling isolated. And that's when Dance Mandala gets very, very important, because it creates something to change that, to get the sense again of wholeness and connection. And how this happens, I'd like to show you now in the different steps of the guidance of Dance Mandala. So what we are doing, literally, reminds me a lot of what I learned at school on psychological training of trauma work. Someone is constantly in fear, in freeze mode, in his head. What we're doing is really trying to get them right now, in the here and now, in the body. And I don't know if 𝒔𝓃𝓊𝒶𝓇𝓎 knew that already when she did it, but it's so much related to all these different layers to really connect to this physical sensation, to the really being in this present moment. So what we do first in a Dance Mandala is using the body as a gateway to the inner. We do this by focusing, by guiding the people, inviting them to really focus on their belly, their points of tension in the body, their heart space, to make them a bit more moving with the awareness from the mind space into a body space. That's very, very helpful, and for many people a big thing already, because constantly in the head is a big thing to then come into the body. What we do next is we invite the people to find a stable position and really feeling and the places of balance in their body. So So we're connecting from the head to the feet and up again. We really start to sense, oh, okay, I'm having actually a body. I feel connection, I feel balance, and to get this sensation can create a very different feeling again inside of you. Then we invite people to really feel into the bones, the structure of your body, letting the muscles melt away, and that's quite empowering because you can feel the strength that you have in your body. For me, it had also the sense of impermanence when I started to really feel like feeling to your bones. It's like, okay, my bones, my bones aren't there forever. When I'm dead, they just melt away into earth. So having this realization, being confronted with impermanence, is for me personally a healing thought, because it makes me feel about, okay, I want to make best of what I have and take this life and just live it the way I want to, and not being just a slave of my mind. Further then, from the bones, we're moving into the spine. And this is a very interesting point, because what we do after the whole bone experience, we find in the spine and we find the softness. For me, when I connect with the spine, it's the sense of sensuality that comes in, the sense of kindness that comes into it, fluidity, the water element. There's a lot of flow. So when you're suffering from blockages, when you're suffering from freeze state, to actually being able to just tap slowly and gently into this space of movement can be such a big shift for your entire system to come from your mind into your body space. Very important point, feeling the feet. So we're inviting people during dance to really connect with the Mother Earth and feeling the ground, kissing the ground gently. So that's a very important one. When you feel very in your head, that's for me the same. I feel very unsafe. I feel like there is no ground holding me. And to realize that again, that there is Earth 24/7 supporting me, there for me, giving me solidity and strength, that's a pretty good one. So remembering the people during the dance to really connect with the ground and feeling the support is really good, because you're activating resources that are there all the time that you might don't see anymore. We're heating up with the music, making the people ready to let go of everything they don't want anymore, or anything that they feel like, I just want to let go of it. So you're inviting the emotions to come up, you're inviting the emotion to be part, inviting the emotion to be playful. So either it's dark emotions, playful emotions, we just invite them to come and play and release them through the body. This is very empowering, because you get a sense of, I'm not my emotion, I'm bigger than my emotion, and I'm also in control. I can let go of them, and I don't have to dive and just be one big bad emotion. I can let them rise, and I can maybe even let go of them or play with them, which is really, really good. After quite a journey already, coming then into the heart space is extremely healing. For me, this was the moment when I decided to actually make this presentation, because I could sense this huge sense of gratitude and connection. When you're moving through all these layers, coming back to the heart space and really feeling yourself into softness is really powerful. Feeling your heartbeat and just the gentleness inside of you. Dance Mandala includes also it's a very spiritual path. But in these layers, we're actually overcoming limitations. We're actually melting into space and opening this door to the unknown, to let new things happen, to let go of old structures and really just dive into your inner universe. I mean, the more you practice Dance Mandala, the more you probably make deep, deep experience coming into this space. So you can see it's a really deep journey you're doing just in one dance. And of course, when you get into space, you also need to come back into your body, which you do by activating the senses. So we're asking people to really connect with the surrounding, with the ground, the senses. What we do all the time in trauma work actually is really coming back in the here and now. Hearing, smelling, seeing, feeling. It's so important. And how many times do you notice the temperature on your skin, the sound in your ears, and also a beautiful place to find stillness, which is the last point in Dance Mandala, where we're just surrendering in the ground and just enjoy what we experienced. And finding stillness is something you need to learn, because when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling all kind of different emotions, to trust and feel safe, to lie on the ground is a big thing already. So by being able and being supported by a facilitator trainer that actually is able to hold this space, is able to create this healing space, to feel safe is a big thing, and to actually find this stillness. And that's what probably Arirat hears a lot of times, that this is just a very healing place because people can just be who they are and their authentic self. And the beautiful thing, what then happens after feeling alone, going to Dance Mandala, it's feeling all one. It's quite interesting. Just a little L comes in it, the L for love, for example, self-love, acceptance, but it changes the whole thing. You have a real experience of connection, oneness, the spiritual aspect that comes into it. And for me, that was just an incredible experience to have all these experiences in one dance and in one practice. So, Dance Mandala, I had to think about it more. What does it actually mean? Because when I first heard about Dance Mandala, I had no idea what that means. Dance Mandala, is that just a drawing pattern or something? So now I know very well. Arirat taught us dance is everything. Everyone who's breathing is dancing. Dance is movement, dance is breath, dance is vibration. So dance is everything. Mandala is everywhere. Mandala is a circle, mandala is a spiral, mandala is a oneness, and it's everywhere. So Dance Mandala really says a lot, now that I understand the whole journey. I see such a beauty again. After working for quite a bit before I came here and being super in my headspace, I can see finally the colors again. I can see the spiral everywhere. I can see the liveliness, and that's just really, really magical. And it might get a little bit annoying, but I start seeing it, the beauty just really much everywhere. When I talk to people, I can stare into their eyes and I see the mandala in there. I was like, this is just amazing what nature creates. I see the structure, I see the spiral in nature, in the animals. I see the connection and the oneness in the wood. So when you really look at nature, we can see they all know it already. They all know the beauty and the magic that we all carry it inside of us. Our genes are spirals. The wood knows the spiral. Even a simple slice of orange knows the truth. And when we very look carefully, we can see the most beautiful, magical mandalas, even in a single drop of water. And don't forget, where we are right now is in a huge, massive spiral. So Dance Mandala means so much and says so much. Through the dance, I kind of got the picture again of that we're all creating together a big mandala, and actually I have my own impact on this big pattern in my actions and what I do. So Dance Mandala takes a lot of courage to dive into yourself. It's a journey that you have to be committed to, that you have to open up to really get to know yourself and connect with your own essence. It's like lifting your own curtain to your inner self. But it's worth it, because what you can see on the other side is the wholeness again. Standing on a bridge, you might not see it, but it's always there. We're all whole. And maybe sometimes we don't feel like being whole, but we always are. And Dance Mandala just reminds us that it's always there. And if we forget about it, we can ask the plants, because it's everywhere. And so for me, what comes in my mind when I think about Dance Mandala is just a deep gratitude, connection with myself. And I'm so happy to be able to share that with you. And we're going to experience many beautiful Dance Mandalas today, so I'm happy you're here, and thank you so much for coming.